Fish are one of the richest sources of edible protein. Kuwait, whose eastern borders extends along the coast of the Arabian Gulf, is one of the countries that enjoys this important food source. The question that arises is whether the amount of fresh fish caught will continue to satisfy the local demand. Consumers generally prefer fresh fish over imports, even if a higher price is paid. And there is a limited supply of local fresh fish. These factors have encouraged the development of fish culture as a way to keep up with the demands in food security by increasing fish production. Commissioned by the Emiri Decree number 28, year 1981, the Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research began applied research into the development of natural food resources. The Mariculture and Fisheries Department of the Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research, located at Ras Al-Salmiya, started conducting scientific research on the development of fish culture, including extensive studies on some local fish like the bluefin sea bream, the grouper, and the tilapia. Silver pomfret, scientifically known as Pompus argentus and locally known as zbedi, is a fish preferred most by Kuwaitis, even though a shortage in the local market has led to inflated prices. In addition, it is expected that the demand for silver pomfret will increase in the near future, while there has been a decrease in the numbers caught because of illegal fishing, environmental changes, coastal reclamation, and various forms of pollution. From this figure, it can be noticed that there was an increase in the amount of silver pomfret caught from 1992 until 1996, averaging 1,000 tons annually. But since 1997, there was a rapid decline in the annual catch of silver pomfret, with a mean not exceeding 600 tons. This situation presented a challenge for the Mariculture and Fisheries Department to engage in research that aims to culture this unique and valuable fish. At the beginning of April 1997, the department, with the support of the Institute, began a 5-year research project on the possibility of culturing silver pomfret. The goal of the project is to collect information on the biological and physical parameters of growing silver pomfret in captivity. Participating in this project are several research specialists in the field of aquaculture. With the aim of culturing silver pomfret, the department began an extensive study on the factors controlling fish spawning and growth. This fish is distributed in the estuaries of the warm seas and gulfs connected to the Indian Ocean. The green points indicate the distribution of the fish in the Indian Ocean and in the northern part of the Arabian Gulf, near the outlet of the Shatt al-Arab waterway.
يحتاج المشروع إلى الكثير من يرقات.
The Silver Pomfret culture project requires a lot of eggs and larvae for different experiments. For this, we have made many trials in the past to catch adults and transfer them to the culture tanks in order for these fish to acclimate in the tanks and lay their eggs. However, because silver pomfret are sensitive fish, they die within a few days, and we have never succeeded in keeping wild fish in the tanks. Consequently, it was thought that the best way to grow silver pomfret in tanks would be through artificial fertilization at sea, and then to transfer the fertilized eggs to the culture tanks in the laboratories in the hope that the eggs would hatch and the larvae would grow to adult size. Hence, the first task of this project is to search for spawning grounds of silver pomfret in the Gulf and catch ripe males and females so as to perform the artificial fertilization. From June to September each year, boats from the Institute and 2 fishermen boats set out to survey Kuwaiti waters to collect fish spawners, and after much effort, they finally located the silver pomfret spawning grounds in Kuwaiti waters. The strength of the water currents, the tides, and the phases of the moon all play important roles in limiting the spawning times of the silver pomfret. Reproduction increases at low tide during periods of new and full moons. The fishermen cast their nets and wait about 30 minutes before pulling them in. At the same time, the temperature and salinity of the water are recorded. When the water temperature reaches higher than 27 degrees Celsius during the month of June, this is a call to the fully ripe female fish to head towards their spawning grounds. A difficulty was caused by the fact that acceptably fully ripe females can only be caught during a short time period between 3 p.m. and sunset. The nets are then pulled in and the fish are collected in the hope of finding fish carrying fully ripe eggs. When the researchers take the fish, they begin separating and classifying them into males and females.